what we've seen, at least there's about, 3 police vehicles inside, and there's one that's also outside. I've counted at least 6 police officers who are being assisted by some of the parents in this community to search the pupils that are essentially coming into school today. But what has been interesting for me, Michelle, is how shocked the pupils arriving for school today when they saw the police officers and the members of the community searching them, and that then tells you that this is something that these pupils are essentially not used to. But we're also, Michelle, getting more details really into that incident which occurred on Thursday. Some pupils who actually saw what happened on Thursday telling me that they've been left essentially traumatized by what they saw, saying that their fellow pupil was stabbed at least 4 times. He was stabbed on the neck and also on the upper body. I want to bring in one of the community members in this particular community, Mr. Malebo. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. I really, really appreciate it. What do you make of what's happening here today? Pupils being searched. Clearly, it has not happened before.
Good morning, Malungelo, and good morning to the viewers. So the problem is failed governance. This shows you that we have a problem within our society. This shows you that the government is reactive instead of being active. We've been having problems and issues within our schools. We have about 19 schools, excluding a college, excluding a university. We need to strengthen the SGB. We need to strengthen community policing forum, because now, as you can see, community members are now starting to be active because of the police are now starting to be reactive. It's a sad reality that now they are doing a stop and check in schools, whereby they haven't been doing stop and checks. We've got gangs within the schools. Schools are dilapidated. Schools are in a state of decay. Yet our government is not doing anything to make sure that they develop local schools.
I want us to talk about what happened on Thursday. What have you heard about what happened on Thursday? What sparked it? The pupils that I've been interacting with here saying that it was bullying.
You might say yes, it's a state of bullying. As the students have mentioned, that there is crime within the schools. So obviously that bullying is a big thing. Kids carry knives at schools, kids carry weapons at schools. So you need to understand that obviously if anything right is not being done within the schools, then we know very well that they are going to do what they need to do, because some of them feel that we always have to carry weapons to protect ourselves, because the security governance within the schools is terrible. So it's an unfortunate situation that in this situation that we've lost a life as a community, we have lost a student. However, we need to make sure that as community leaders, as the community, we support the kids in everything that they do. If they want to march, let us help them march for a cause. If they want to do something that they know that they need to deliver a memorandum to the Minister of Education for them to get proper schooling in our local schools, then let us do that as a community.
Help me understand, there's something that I heard that on Friday or Thursday, there was a bit of a mayhem that also involved other schools. Where do other schools get involved in what happened here?
So as I mentioned, the march, so what we got the intel from the ground is that they wanted support in terms of marching, but they came to schools in a wrong way, whereby they vandalized schools, trying to mobilize other students so that they can go march. But the march was not for a good cause. The march was to react against what happened towards the family of the accused. The march was to burn down the family of the accused. So that's why I'm saying that if we can strengthen our SGB, if we can strengthen our SRC within schools, then we can be able to lead the students for a proper cause when they want to march.
Do you think learning and teaching will take place today in this particular school?
We hope that learning will take place, because that's very important. Everything needs to go according to plan. School needs to take place. Even on Friday when there was chaos, we managed to make sure that the school proceeds as normal according to the education system, because you need to understand that if school does not proceed and these schools and these kids come out and they decide that they want to cause chaos, if anything happens to the student outside the boundaries of the school, who's going to be liable for that?
Are parents taking responsibility though of the actions of their children? Because at the end of the day, these children come from homes.
To tell you the honest truth, Malungelo, our parents are to blame as well, because so we need to start teaching our kids from home, But at the same time, you can't blame the parents because of there's peer pressures outside. There's different communities coming into different schools. So bana haba tshwane kaofela. Wena o le ntate wa lelapa, you can make sure that you raise your child in a proper way. But when they get to school, they become rebellious. Hence, I'm saying that we need to make sure that we strengthen the SGB, we strengthen the SRC as well in schools.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Malungelo. He's one of the community members here in Pimville, Soweto, Michelle. So one of the things also that we've actually been seeing is that some parents have actually been doing patrols around, and there's also just few parents who are outside the school community, who are outside the school today, just to ensure, Michelle, that whatever happens inside, really, their children are safe and that learning and teaching does essentially take place today.